What is going on, Zinger Nation? Hello, everyone. Haven't seen you guys on a weekday in a long time. I've been doing these streams on Sundays now. That's probably why you haven't seen me. So I'm very happy to see you guys on a weekday again. Missed you guys on the weekday schedule, but I've been having fun with you guys on Sundays with Stocks on Sundays, my new show that I do on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. So this has been very exciting for me. Just want to make sure I don't have an echo going on here. Just give me 1 second. Took care of that. Boom. All right. So we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about all the stocks you guys want me to chart. I will be doing that. We'll be taking an overall look at how the markets have been performing today and where I think they're going to be going into the week, as well as some fun stuff that we'll be doing throughout the show. So as always, I appreciate you all. Let's do the intro music because it's my favorite thing at the part of the show, and let's get started. All right. So we've got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to start off with SPY really quickly. As you can see, SPY has been having a very hard time getting above this 20 MA line. And when it does, it can barely hold it. If we look here, this 20 MA was broken today, as well as the 90 MA. If you guys know me and my setups, this is how I do my technical analysis. My setup is Bollinger Bands, MACD, RSI, the 9 exponential moving average, as well as the regular 50 moving average or 50 simple moving average. So that's what I like to use. And today, if we take a look at it on something like the 15-minute chart, which will do it justice, let me turn on the little star on the 15-minute chart. It went to 440. Things were looking fantastic. Then around 11 a.m., things started to say, SPY said, you know what, we're going to flush. And then it went down all the way, and we closed at 343.69. Hilarious for the memes. But it did its thing. Not so great. This is a lot of fear in the markets right now going into CPI data. So it makes sense. I will be having a CPI data video coming out on my YouTube channel in about an hour or so. I think around 6:30 it should be up. So if you guys want to know what my predictions are last month and the previous month, all 3 month predictions came out exactly true. I told you what's going to happen. My prediction as to why it's going to happen and how I'm going to be investing based off of that. And I did the same in this new video that I filmed. It's being uploaded right now. It will be up on my YouTube channel. If you go to ryanstocks.com, the very first link is access to my YouTube channel. You click that, you can subscribe, and you'll get access to that video. I will tell you exactly, again, my prediction for CPI, which has come true for the past 3 months so far, how I'm planning to invest, which has been able to make me a lot of money using the volatility of CPI, as well as where I think the actual CPI is going to go. I believe I repeated that, but that's okay. So SPY, again, not so fantastic. Let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been on a massive tear. This has been helping SHIB. This has been helping Ethereum. Not really today, but it should be helping Ethereum and a bunch of these altcoins that we really like. Bitcoin took a massive tear starting essentially, if we take a look here, this was the big candle, October 1st, October, as I like to call it, Uptober. Things started really moving for Bitcoin. We went from essentially breaking, we opened October at, what is our opening price? 43,000, and we are now at 57,000. We've taken a massive jump in October for Bitcoin's pricing, and it's been really well. And I don't know what I titled this video. I'm just going to leave it. If people like to jump and join on, they can, but again, I don't think the title is correct for this YouTube video. If you guys give me 1 second, I will quickly fix it. Live stock charting. There we go. That should do it. Hopefully I can get my hands on the save button. All right. So that's fixed. I apologize for that. But again, you guys know me. We do stuff on the fly. We're family here. I see you guys here. Rumors here, folks. The chat just became a whirlwind. What's going on, Rumor? I see all your comments coming in. I promise I will address them. I see them all coming in. I'm here for you. This is the whole point of this video. But Bitcoin's been rising up. Parallel to that, we've got our favorites, Mara and Hut, have been doing very great. So let's go to Hut 8 Mining. One of my newest additions to my Bitcoin mining portfolio, essentially my second Bitcoin mining stock that I keep in my portfolio, Hut 8. Hut 8 had a turbulent start to the month. If we take a look here, the beginning of the month, essentially, it had a good gap up in the beginning of the month. But going into the month, it had a turbulent start where it was kind of testing the support area of 760 a few times. It dipped a little bit underneath it on this day to its low point of 757, but it still closed above it closed at 772, above that 760 low point, which has really been our support area, and it's kind of gone very well up. It did very well today. It went to a high of 1122, very close to its all-time high of 1130. It kind of made its massive projection upward, which was very cool to see. As someone who's invested in the company who likes it, but Again, it looks like it lost momentum and steam somewhere throughout the day as well. Around 11:12 a.m., around noon, 12:15, it looks like it just lost steam and started going down. Why? I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Bitcoin was doing fairly decent. We can go back to Bitcoin's chart and kind of analyze what happened with Bitcoin around noon to see where things might have gone wrong. Again, we're utilizing this 15-minute chart like crazy today, and I love it. So let's see, where are we? So yeah, it's essentially flat. So I guess the flat stagnation of Bitcoin might be the reason why people began taking profits, saying, hey, it doesn't look like Bitcoin's going to make a leg up, but really it kind of did. Towards close, Bitcoin really kind of popped 10 minutes before close to 57,800, but it couldn't hold it and lost a lot of those gains. Keep in mind, volatility within Bitcoin will not parallelly, is that even a word? Will not parallel the movement within the Bitcoin mining stock charts. Those stocks tend to lag, then they will tend to catch up once volatility drops. So you will see that there. I see Arvind is saying Bitfarms is lagging behind. It's so frustrating. I totally get it, but I think this is the big thing here. Bitcoin miners, there's a lot of them, right? You've got Hut 8, you've got Mara, you've got Riot, you've got Cypher Mining is the newest one. You've got, as you mentioned, Bitfarms. You've got Argo Blockchain. You've got a ton of them. You've got DMG. There's a lot of them. You need to really be in the limelight. What Hut 8 was able to do properly was that they did what Mara did. They said, hey, this is our blueprint for the next year. Going into next year, this is where we're headed. This is our plan. This is what we're going to be doing. This is our kind of our management team out in front. This is where we're going to be headed. So, and that's what really paralleled their success was they were able to get the attention of investors. They will able to get the attention of retail investors. So that was able to come in and really move the stock price upward. But let's take a look at Bitfarms. I believe it's BTFM is Bitfarms, BITF. There we go, Bitfarms. I know they were uplisted to the NASDAQ, but hey, look, they had a good day, 2.3%. Like, not bad, not a bad day, but it looks like it paralleled a lot of the same movements a lot of the other Bitcoin miner stocks had. Let me delete this. This is a drawing from a long time ago. But if you look here, very similar chart to Hut 8. I'll put them side by side to each other. Now, I don't know Bitfarms' mining capacity parallel. If you take a look here, if we kind of zoom in, again, it's at a kind of shifted angle because this guy operates in the $8 to $10 area and this one operates into the $4 to $6 area, but very parallel charts, very parallel candles, red candle, green candle, green candle. You have the gap up here. They all follow Bitcoin at the end of the day. I think Bitfarms needs to get out there and tell us what their plan is. If they haven't already, if they have, fantastic. If they haven't, well, that's what's going to bring them a little bit lower in kind of the area where they are and how things are moving. So let's move to another Bitcoin mining stock marathon. And by the way, get your stocks into the chat. If you guys want me to cover any stocks that you like, put them into the chat. Jesse says BTIF mines more Bitcoin. Jesse, can you give me a link or something that I can kind of jump into to kind of get the proof in the pudding? I haven't looked too much into Bitfarms recently, so I can't say that that's true or not. I'm not saying that you liked it or didn't like it, or not that you're lying or not, but I just need to be able to show people that before I can get out there and say Bitfarm mines 1 billion coins per month. Just I need to be able to prove that some way. And I don't want to do the research right now because we're live. I want to answer your questions. Marathon closed at 42.96. I was hoping for a close over 40, but we closed over 42.96, which is fantastic. We're getting close to our high that we touched very, very not so long ago, just last month, of almost $45, just 3 cents short of 45. And then we want to get to that all-time high very, very soon to 57.75. But again, follows Bitcoin, doesn't parallel Bitcoin's volatility, but has a higher movement when Bitcoin moves, and Bitcoin's movement is held, then Mara will come in and make its big shift upward. But it's very, very good to see Mara back in the 40s. A stock that I know Rumor likes, a stock that I know I've liked and traded a lot. We do that one a lot in the Patreon. We were trading that one back when it was in the 2s, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s. Now it had another massive move up. It's one that is repetitive, that has repetitive play, and we've used it a lot in the Patreon. As you can see here, the stock opened up around $6.90 today, ran to a high of $8.28 at close, and really went to a high of $8.32, but essentially surrendered a little bit of gains into close as people took profits, but had a very, very parallel strong movement here above VWAP all day, essentially. And you lost VWAP a little bit in after hours, but that's because, well, friends, you should have told me my mic was so far away if you couldn't hear me, but I apologize for that. My mic was a little bit further away because I was doing a different setup when I was filming the YouTube video. I have a different mic that I use here than I do for that one, but this USB mic, I pulled it closer, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. I do apologize if audio was lagging. But any did very well, and he didn't surrender any of its gains today, which was very good. Again, if we close, what is it, 4 cents lower than the high of the day, and he did great. I think any has more room upwards. Any is a momentum play, low float momentum play that has in the past shown itself to show movement. And if you look here, moves with Bitcoin. Listen to Rumor, folks. Hit that like button. I need to show the Benzinga Nation that we still got the juice. There's a lot of you in here. Hit that like button. Drop some stocks that you'd like me to go over, and we can do that. I did throw a tweet out this morning, I believe it was, that I'm going to be doing some live stock charting. Let me know what stocks you like. So I will do that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. The link is right here, twitter.com/RyanRozbiani. It's right here. You can go to ryanstocks.com, linked in the description, and all of the links are there for you. By the way, if you want to learn how to trade like this, if you want to join the Patreon that I've been mentioning many times throughout the stream, with daily watch lists, a supportive team, educational content that will learn you how to do technical, that will teach you how to do technical analysis like this, you can go to ryanstocks.com, and the very second tile right here will help you join. There's a few slots left. If you'd like to sign up and join, you can. There it is an option. It's helped tons of traders learn how to trade, tons of traders print tendies. Today we did fantastic on SoFi. SoFi, I can show you here. We added calls on Friday as well as comments on Friday. I alerted those. I alerted adding comments. Another one of the admins alerted adding option calls there on Friday when everything was looking so bleak. And then boom, we had a massive move. I think the options ran over 100%. We can check. I think there were $18 calls for the 15th. As you can look here, they ran 900%. I don't think they were for the 15th. I'm not going to say they were for the 15th. I believe he was doing the 29th when he called it. 287% move right there. If you can look here, this is not counting the move from last week into this week, but a massive move for SoFi on options, 287%. If you added the $18 calls, if you added the $19 calls, 315%. Why? Because the OI is lower. But if you look here, massive move. If you added the comments with me at 1650, I think it was 1620, I believe it was when we added the comments, was right around close at 1620. Massive move up of 13.45%. We can literally, I think it's more than that because it's not counting the after hours, but 15.72% movement for us in a matter of one trading day. Massive move for comments. People say stock swings are dead. They're not. There's a supportive team out there for you that if you'd like to join. Again, ryanstocks.com, second tile. You could jump in there. And SoFi is looking very good. All jokes aside, not even a joke. Also, I'm dead serious about SoFi. But SoFi is looking very, very good for a continuation upward to finally get to that $20 area again. This is one that I've loved to trade, loved to play, and it proved itself again today. So I'm very, very, very happy with SoFi's movement this morning and today. I don't think it surrendered any gains throughout the day. Very solid candle. If you look here, just to show you, look at how strong this candle is. Very, very tiny wick up top, very bullish candle. And you can see here, parallel to that in the 15-minute chart, barely surrendered any of its gains. The high of 1850 closed at 1839. And after hours, you are losing some in the after hours. But again, look at these. The volume is in the 1,000s, 2,000s, 10,000s. It's not much. But when you look here, these candles are each about 1.5 to 2 million in volume. You can't really parallel those movements. So keep that in mind if you're a trader. Like, oh my God, we're losing in the after hours. What's going on? Look at the candles. Look at the volume. BW. Rumor, I'm actually not in BW yet. I was hoping to buy a position in BW today, Babbitt and Wilcox. I haven't bought a position yet. This is one that I want to go long in. I'm kind of pissed I missed the $6 mark. I was really focused on buying my hedge position today, so I put a lot of focus on SPY and QQQ. And when I alerted in the Patreon, which Rumor's in, we got literally at the bottom. Excuse me, let me just take a sip of this. Wow, sorry about that. We bought at the bottom, so that was very good for us. But Babbitt and Wilcox is another stock that we're swinging in the Patreon. A lot of upward momentum and potential, but I'd like it in the $6 area for sure. So I'm watching that one going into CPI to hopefully get more dips. Then I'll be adding this to this will be a long-term swing for me. I can see this confidently going back to I don't even know what those lines are that are on the charts. Let me just delete that. I can confidently see this going back to the 7s. Without any problem. So dollar move per share. Buy 100 shares, make $100. Buy 200 shares, make $200. So I can see that doing it. This is a stock with fantastic potential going into 2022, even long term. When we first found this stock in the Patreon, it was in the $4 area in the beginning of the year. This was one of the very first stocks that was in the Patreon watch lists. So around the $3 to $4 area, we added it, and as you can see, it went to $10. Obviously, why I'm not in the stock anymore. We sold it. But I'm looking to re-add for another swing. It has very good, very strong support here in the $6, a little hair under $6 area. This is a big wick down. But again, if you kind of watch it here, we kind of just draw a little line right here. We did break this kind of support line here, which is okay. But again, the main support area that I'm really watching is this 581 support. Am I worried about this stock? No, this is one that I'd be fine adding and stomaching it staying in the red for a little bit because it has more room upward based off of the fundamental analysis of it, based off the potential of the stock. So this is one that I don't really worry too much about. But if I want to do like a Fibonacci level for you here, these lines are a little too thick for my liking, and I like to kind of get them dotted. I don't know where that accent just came out of, so forgive me. I do not know why I just turned it to Matthew McConaughey for a second there. All right. But I do think with the proper catalyst, this will move. And I think this is one that the infrastructure bill passing will help out a lot. Do read up into this company if you'd like to get into it. I don't want to spend too much time discussing it, but they're a fantastic company, fantastic emissions and energy company, emission controls and energy company here within the US. So that means the infrastructure bill will help it out a lot. And that's why the initial rumors of the infrastructure bill passing for the first time is what really caused it to move up. What's up, Manny? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. All right, let me answer some questions from your stock questions. So we got Prog coming in. A lot of people are talking about Prog. I don't know what Prog is, but let's jump into it. Pierogi. If you guys know Pierogi from YouTube, he's the one who does the scammer videos. He finds people that are scamming. Okay, big move in this Prog. Well, let's see what these guys do. Healthcare supplier, advanced medical and equipment technologies. Let's see if there's any news on Prog. By the way, a fantastic tool for you guys if you want news, if you're trading penny stocks, if you're trading any stocks, is the Benzinga Pro Tool. If you can sign up and get 2 weeks for free using my link, it will give you 2 weeks for free. And then if you like to sign up for life, you get 30% off using promo code RyanR. But let's I'm going to sign in right now. Let me just pull this to the side so I can sign in without you guys seeing my password, which you shouldn't really see my password, but I'm trying to keep my email off the internet as well. But if you can, let's go here. Target. I don't know why I have Target up. Let's go. Let's see why Prog is trading. Why Prog had such a massive movement. Am I looking at the right one? PROG. Let's see what the news was today. Prog stock is a zero or hero holding. Prog source 40% after granted patent. See, there you go. This is what's really cool about Benzinga Pro. It tells me exactly what's going on in the news right on the fly. It's up 40% after granted patent for device for treatment of GI tract diseases. Big thing. As you guys probably know, anything that to do with patents, anything to do with FDA, anything to do with PDUFA will cause massive movements within a stock. But you have to also remember sometimes there's a sell the news effect on this, but this is a massive move. Parallel to this, please also keep in mind that when you're dealing with these stocks that have these massive movers, I'm just going to check one thing really quickly. I want to go to SEC Edgar. I want to see if these guys have an S3 filing on hold, if there's anything going on. Sometimes when they get patents for these kind of devices that they can have and use and build and finally manufacture, they need to raise money to be able to actually do what's needed to be able to manufacture this device. So let's take a look to see if they have. We're looking for an S3 or an S1 that hasn't gone into effect yet. There it is. See this? It looks like they already raised money, if I'm understanding these prospectus correctly. Yeah, see, they have an S3 on file, which is already in effect, which is good. They might have even closed the S3, so we can look at these three 8Ks. So I guess there's 8Ks for the good news that came out. So I'm not going to even bother with that one. Release announcing the financial quarter ending, financial press releases. Okay, result in operational financial conditions. Okay, that's not it. Prog and underwriter condition of public offering. Okay, so it looks like they closed the offering, which is good. So it looks like they were ahead of their bases. They did their S3 already, which is fantastic. They raised their money. They've closed the filing in August 23rd. Could they do another one? Sure, but we're not going to even think about that. We're not going to put that bad energy out there whatsoever. But we're just going to take a look at Prog really quickly. Ooh, got a little dizzy there for a second. I don't know what that was, but okay. Sorry about that. Got a little dizzy there for a second. Deep breath. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long day. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. Nice little movement, as you can see here. I'm assuming this is around when the news came out. You came a little down here. You tested the 90 EMA, which was very parallel to the VWAP, and then really bounced back up and started moving upward. and made its move up. So Prague is looking very good into the after hours. It's having its movements. Could this continue tomorrow? You have to watch the pre-market to see if this will continue tomorrow. This looks good, man. This is great. Congratulations to anyone who was able to day trade this. Even if you got in here around the $1.50 mark or around here at the $150 area, essentially, again, where it retested the 90 EMA, you've had a fantastic day trade into the close. So congratulations to anyone who's in this stock, and that's awesome. Easy Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind comment. That means a lot. Prague definitely crushed it. You're 100% right, J Bake. Cool profile picture, by the way. All right, let's see what else is in the chat that we can kind of go over. Again, throw some tickers that you want. If not, I'm going to go to that tweet real quick. There's a lot of dark pool activity today on PCG. What is that, Procter & Gamble? It is not Procter & Gamble. I completely made myself look like a fool. Is this a SPAC? What is PCG? No, they're not. I'm sorry. Electrical and Utilities Company. Cool. Let's take a look at it. Was it selling dark pool activity? That's the thing with dark pool activity. We don't know if it's buys or sells, so we can never really tell. By the way, folks, hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. It's super easy. It's 100% free. It doesn't affect you. It just helps me show Benzinga that what we're doing here is good, and you guys like what we're doing here. I'm here to provide a service to you. All I ask in return is that like button. Just hit it. Just hit that like button. It's literally there. You all have access to it. I don't know what psychologically holds some people back from hitting the like button, but if you hit the like button, that'd mean a lot to me. So do me a solid. Smash that like button. Let's see. All right. So PCG tested the 90 MA. It could bounce tomorrow, or it could break and come test. It really tested the 20 MA, is what I'm seeing here. Came very close to 20 MA. So 20 MA support is what I'm really, really watching here more than anything. And I think you should be focusing on the 20 MA. If 20 MA breaks, it could get ugly. But essentially, you're holding this sort of trend line here, which is really these 2 points. Essentially, this is the trend line that I'm really watching for it to not break, right? You could break the 20 MA as long as it doesn't break, essentially, the $9.64 area. You're singing my language, SBTC. You like Bros? I thought I bought it on day one. I love Bros stock. Bros stock and Bros company, magnifique. I love Bros stock. Bros is an up-and-coming not Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. They've got a long way to go. Wow. Bros had a massive move today. I didn't even notice this. I love this company. Wow. Why didn't anyone tell me? All right, where are my Bollinger Bands? Why isn't that? Oh, nothing. It's a fresh IPO. Dude, where were you guys? No one told me we had a 15% move today on Bros stock, Dutch Bros. All right, why do I like Dutch Bros? Dutch Bros is expanding. It's got a lot of upward momentum, upward potential. The one negative catalyst that Bros has is really the coffee pricing. Their business model is fantastic. They took a massive hit during COVID, but they're recovering, which means that we were able to get it for a good evaluation. You got it in the $34 area. I got it in the low 40s. I waited a little bit. I wanted to see how this IPO would flesh out, and clearly it's holding up. It's a low float stock. That means they have the ability to raise money without really decimating us via dilution. But Bros stock has a lot of potential upward. Look, I love Bros stock, but it's a little high right here. I wouldn't buy right here. I like to wait for Bros to cool off in the low 40s. That's why I like to buy Bros. I buy the Bros in the low 40s. But again, love this movement. Fantastic move. This really makes me feel good about the additions that we did in the Patreon last week. So I'm very, very, very excited. And thank you for bringing Bros to my attention. I had no clue it had a 15% movement because it's in my long-term account. I don't look at the long-term account day to day, but you guys got my genuine reaction to a massive move. This is very cool. It's very rare to see a long-term holding of mine move 15% in one day because most of them are not this low float. So I'm very, very happy. I agreed. I sold calls today for $60. That's very smart. When stocks go up, you want to sell calls on your positions. You're able to capitalize on this massive movement. You should have had a spike in IV as well, which would have helped you out a lot. You did. See the spike. IV's over 100%. So you could have sold 10, 15 calls for $60 a pop. I made $20, $22 a clip off of every 100 shares you had. So fantastic. I'm so happy for everyone in us. Let's see. Wakanda, fantastic name, says closing some of my Tesla long positions and shorting Tesla. Interesting. How come? Let me know. Inflation news is about to break, and it's almost likely going to be not good. I got a video coming out on inflation very, very soon. which will be up very, very, very shortly, actually, on inflation. And I'll let the video explain to you what I think is going to happen with the inflation numbers. I spent a lot of time doing research. I spent essentially the whole weekend and Friday, and essentially between CPI datas, I spend the whole time really looking for what could cause, what will be the next CPI, how will it react? So I start doing research, I start learning about it, I start learning more about it, I find more tools that I can kind of figure out what the big movers are. I found two really cool things. So I won't talk too much about CPI here, but the video will be up on ryanstocks.com. If you go to ryanstocks.com, subscribe to my YouTube channel, support me. The YouTube algorithm is not very kind to smaller channels, as some of you may know as YouTubers who do YouTube. But if you could subscribe, that would help out a lot. My only goal there is really to help give back to the community with videos that I try to make as simple as possible to help explain these complex topics such as CPI. I'm going to be doing a debt ceiling video, debt ceiling. I keep messing up the wording. I keep flubber-lubbing it, but that's okay. Debt ceiling video and a bunch of other stuff coming out as well to help you learn about these concepts and kind of how they will truly be affecting the markets. So do me a solid, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That would help out a lot. Why can't we all just be bros? Mitch, I thought we were bros, bro. Mitch, I thought we were bros. But no, I agree, Mitch. Why can't we all just be bros? Bros, again, the neutral term of bros. Guys and girls can be bros. Girls can be bros. Guys and guys can be bros. Anyone, theys and theys can be bros. Everyone can be bros. Nice swing for me close today, but I'll take it. I know, man. Dude, I didn't even notice that bros had such a massive move until until STBC brought it to my attention. I've been adding bros there in the low 40s all last week, just like nibble, 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 and then boom, had a massive move, went to a high of $50 today. So it's fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see. Affirm. How does Affirm look? Affirm is one that's getting a lot of attention and traction this year. I don't know. I'm really curious. I don't know what people are expecting with Affirm. It's getting a lot of traction and love on social media. It's getting a lot of traction and love on YouTube. It's getting clearly a lot of traction and love on its stock price and movement, right? 90 EMA support was regained. 20 EMA support, 20 MA support was regained. It's really been doing its thing here. It went to a high of 146, but then surrendered its gains. Very parallel to SPY today. Take a look at this. 5 minute. We should have got to the 15-minute chart. We've been showing the 15-minute chart all the love today. But if you see it ran up and came down, it really is a scalper's market, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't know. Affirm a little high here for my taste. But again, for those of you who aren't familiar, let me show you Affirm's website and what these guys do. You've definitely seen them. These guys are the buy now, pay later people. How they really, it's kind of like if you guys remember layaway back in the day, we used to see a lot of commercials for layaway. That's how Affirm works: is you buy it, you pay it at your own pace, slowly here and there. But again, we'll see how it works. Mitch says, I want to rebuy it tomorrow if the market has a rough day. I agree with you, man. I think Bros is one. When the market picks up, Bros picks up with it. And Affirm is definitely killing the game. But no, this is Affirm. Essentially, they're partnering up with a lot of different places. As you can see here, Peloton, Purple, Expedia, Adidas, Pottery Barn, all these Walmart.com. Walmart.com is huge, by the way. A lot of people forget how big Walmart.com is because Amazon exists, right? Everyone's like, Amazon's huge, but Walmart still has its place in the ecosystem. And a lot of people will be using Affirm during the holiday season. Going into the holidays, times are tougher for people. So Affirm will give them the ability to buy those things they need to and be able to pay it off over a time period. And of course, Affirm will be making money off of that. If only Peloton stock price would wake up a little bit. It's been killing me, but that's between me and Peloton. But Affirm, red day today, really surrendered all of its gains from Friday. A little bit, not almost all the gains, but a lot of the gains on Friday. But we will see how it works here. Easy Mike saying that SI call was awesome. Thank you. Let's take a look at SI together. Silvergate. Silvergate really is making a massive move upward. It's just been roaring. Just take a look at that. Just roared up. For those of you who don't know who Silvergate is, I'll show you. They're in the banking and financial services area, which has really been picking up if you look across all the banking services area, because people are anticipating a raise in interest rates next year. So I guess people were like, let's buy the dip while they're down. And then they really roared back up and did fantastic. So I think that I think that's why Silvergate's really made a move. I'm really curious as to how Wells Fargo is doing. What is Wells' symbol? Wells Fargo, WFC. Wells Fargo, not so much. Wells Fargo is one that I don't think anyone likes. Wells Fargo. I don't like Wells Fargo at all as a bank either. No shame on them. No shade on them. This is my personal opinion. I think they also got a little bit of a beating from JPOW last time he spoke as well. Let me see JPM. JP Morgan, very parallel movement to Silvergate that we saw. Nice little projection upward. How's Visa doing? Visa's still struggling. We need the 200 MA to be able to release this. 200 MA is really the kind of the golden child for Visa. It broke it, but then it's been really fighting this 200 MA to kind of be like, hey, we're going to hold this 200 MA, but it's really been fighting that. Now, will Visa do well? I think long term, Visa will do well, and this is the areas you want to start accumulating Visas in the low 200s. If you can get sub 200, I would buy it. Buy. Just my personal opinion. I'm not Kramer though. I don't want to say buy. Listen to Money Mitch. Get these likes to 75. We're only at 45. There's 128 of you amazing Benzinga Nation folks in here, Zinger Nation in here. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. It shows the algorithm that you're liking this kind of stuff. It will show you these streams as they come out. It's my return to a weekday schedule for the first time. Well, it's a one-off bonus episode. I'm usually going to be here on Sundays with you at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. Stocks on Sundays with your Uncle Ryan Rozbiani. Uncle Ryan. I don't know why I said Uncle Ryan, but again, I've been listening to the Joey Diaz podcast a little bit too much, I guess. Banks will explode soon when inflation news breaks in 2 days. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to put a definite stamp on anything ever, saying like, oh, this stock is definitely going up because we can't control external factors. Joey's joint. Yeah, Eric, you know it, man. Uncle Joey, the Uncle Joey podcast. I'm glad I'm not the only one who watches the Joey Diaz podcast. OCGN. Pam Jam is saying OCGN. Let's take a look at OCGN. I know there's a lot of rumor and buzz that's been around for a long time. As you can see, I've been clearly playing around with the chart a lot. About OCGN getting approval from WHO, which is the World Health Organization. I'm going to get rid of a few of these lines because we don't need the 200 MA here. Do we need the 200 MA? Let me just revert myself back for 1 second. 200 MA is acting as support. It is not. A lot of rumors and a lot of pumps really going around with OCGN as it tends to do about the World Health Organization's approval. If it comes in, I think the price already got baked in with the World Health Organization's approval. If you guys remember, this stock was suffering. Buzz about the World Health Organization stuff came out about a month ago. It started to get priced in. It had a massive move today, 8.77% for a 200 million float stock is a big move. Don't discount that. Can they get a bigger move? Sure. But I think once news is really circulating out this high about a stock saying, hey, this is going to happen. This is going to happen, which I don't like to hear too much about, to be 100% honest with you. I would personally say this, be very careful that it doesn't become a sell the news type situation, but it could be cool. I can't speak on the tech or the bioscience behind OCGN. I'm terrible with bio stocks, but I can tell you that in terms of regular stock movements, this is a fantastic move. If I was in the position, I'd begin to take some profits. Baba. What about Baba? Baba, I stay away from Baba. I stay away from Neo. I stay away from XPEV, even though I have my XPEV and Neo position still. Baba had a fantastic day, but again, Evergrande, we haven't seen China's true wrath on Evergrande yet. Maybe they're handling their business behind the scenes, but again, we've seen how China could rage sometimes on companies. And Baba has taken the brunt of the force of China before, but it's had a massive move and kind of really recovered, which is interesting to see. But personally, Baba isn't one for me that I'd like to hold on. I'd rather go with Etsy, eBay, Amazon. That's what I like to do. Stuff on Homeland. That's kind of how I operate personally. That's my personal opinion. Please don't take any offense to it. Speaking of which, let's take a look at NEO. Curious how they did. Struggling. The chip shortage is going to be affecting cars. NEO's taking a hit because it's also a Chinese stock that's been taking a hit. And that point, XPEV, it was very parallel to NEO, as you can see here, taking a hit as well. Not doing so great. But again, it's trying to get over that 50 MA resistance, but it cannot really do it. It needs the juice. And this is a higher float stock, so it's going to need more volume to get over there. But patience is a virtue, my friends. All right, let me take some stocks that people threw into. Let me take some stocks that people threw into that question that I put out. I said, hey, on Twitter, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, you can. RyanStocks.com, linked in the description. The fourth tile is for you. You can click on that and you it's funny. I was seeing the World Health Organization. Now I'm getting ads for who? Like literally, the algorithms are on point tonight. Sometimes I get some weird ads, but sometimes this one really made sense. But if you'd like to, you could follow me on Twitter there. I'm looking for the tweet actually right now. Here we go. Doing some livestock charting. What would you like? Someone said Hippo. Let's talk about Hippo. Hippo got a lot of pump on social media via YouTube. The YouTubers loved Hippo for a spurt. And unfortunately, Hippo got its pop and then its descent and has really been trading sideways. I don't own any Hippo. I'm not huge on Hippo. I prefer Lemonade, and Lemonade's been getting a beating as well. I don't know how they did today. Not so fantastic. But again, the 60s is really holding for Lemonade. I prefer to go with Lemonade over Hippo. I understand you can buy more volume of Hippo than Lemonade because of its pricing, but personally, I prefer Lemonade and where they're going in their trajectory of their company. And to be honest with you, I can't fully comment on Hippo. I have not done enough due diligence. I've read very briefly on them, but I cannot speak about it confidently, publicly, in a way that will be fair to the Hippo stock. So I'd go with Lemonade, just my personal opinion. Next stock, SOS. Let's do SOS. You know what? I'll do SOS. Why not? This is a stock, as you can see. Unfortunately, when I first traded SOS, this was when I first got on Benzinga. It was trading very, and this was earlier in the year. This was during the whole GameStop situation. SOS was one of my second claims to fame. It was one of my best calls on Benzinga at the time. I've done much better ones since, but I called it around $4 and the thing ran to 15. And then I told people, hey, there's a short seller in here. Get out. On Twitter, I said this, and I got decimated. I got completely obliterated on Twitter. And unfortunately, it turned out 3-4 days later, Citron came out and said we're shorting the stock. And the stock has really been trading sideways and hasn't recovered. This is a harder one. This is a Chinese Bitcoin mining stock. I do understand that they're moving they're moving their resources over, but they're very small. That's hence why I stay away from them. They're really struggling with the 9 EMA to get over there. So personally, that's why I'm really don't touch SOS, because there's so many other better alternatives to SOS, like Hut 8 Mining, Marathon Digital Holdings, even Cypher Mining is a better alternative. Riot I don't touch because I don't like what their management does. That's just my personal opinion. Could you do Catapult? Thank you. KPLT, is that the ticker? I believe that was also a SPAC. KPLT. Catapult's S1 went into effect, which really decimated them. I think it did. I would imagine this was earnings. They took a huge hit on earnings. Again, they're SPAC. That de-SPACed, that got really obliterated. If you look, it ran to the 20s, got really obliterated when they got de-SPACed, came down to the low 3s, came to the 3.1. Now it's kind of really it's really in a downward descent. It wants to break out. It wants to make this move upward, but it cannot for the life of it get over the 9 EMA. That's unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. That's quite unfortunate, but it's okay. It's all right. If you're in Catapult, I don't know their business at all, so I unfortunately I cannot comment on it or tell you what they are or what they do. I can just read the chart and tell you that they have a strong resistance at the 9 EMA, which has really been holding this stack down. And when it can get above it, the 50 EMA smacks it down pretty quickly. All right, let me do a few more stocks from the Twitter, just to be fair to them. So we did SoFi, we did BW, we did Hut, did we do Cypher? Cypher took another hit today. Cypher Mining was one that I bought puts on. I put puts into the our Patreon Discord, our Patreon watch list, excuse me. And the reason for that was because I knew that their S1 was going to go into effect very soon, because when you file an S1, shortly after, if you file an S1 amendment, or you don't have to, but you can file, that goes into effect and it allows people to sell. So it took a massive hit down to $6.14. Very parallel areas to where Bitfarms is right now. So evaluate these. By the way, if you'd like to join the Patreon, we do weekly watch lists. It's daily watch lists, daily watch lists now, because I put them out night before. It's there. We got profitable plays. SoFi ran over 200% for us on calls that we added on Friday. Commons that we added ran 15% for us. As you saw, Bros ran 15% today that I just saw. Very surprised that such a massive move it had in such a short amount of time. But you can join. There's a few slots available if you'd like to. Jose just commented about any is another one of our plays that was in there that we entered around $2, played it all the way to the 11-12s. If you'd like to join, it's available to you. There's a few slots left. It's been very beneficial to a lot of traders. It's a small, supportive trading community. I'm in there all the time answering questions. The goal is to help you become a better trader, learn how to trade stocks. It's not I will alert what I add and sell, but the goal is for you to learn to be a better trader, which a lot of services, their goal is to just keep you hooked on their alert-based systems, kind of add you to their front-loading based Patreon systems. I don't do that. My goal is to help you become a better trader and eventually become self-sufficient. So that's the goal here, and to kind of immerse into a strong supportive community. So if you'd like to join, if that makes sense to you, if you like that, the link is on ryanstocks.com, the second tile. You're more than welcome to join. So definitely join the party there. Also, you can follow my Twitter and Instagram are there as well. And Webull, the thing that I'm using to chart, is here as well. You can sign up and get 2 free stocks by depositing any amount of money. 2 free stocks. It's literally awesome. Even if you don't want to trade on here, just download the tool and use it to learn how to trade. And then you can graduate into something much more advanced like TradeSpider and other programs that are available out there as well. So you can definitely figure it out. Okay, looks like we got someone who's a little bit angry. So let's kick them out of here. It's funny that they say sometimes people come into the chat and say some really nasty things, but it is what it is. Let's do AMC next. Someone was asking for AMC. Let's do AMC. I'm going to ignore what that person said, but if you guys saw it, I apologize if it offended anyone. AMC, man. AMC, we're trading sideways, but we're trading good. We're holding the support area that we've been discussing for a while now. The 30s, the mid to high 30s have been holding very well. AMC's been a roller coaster. AMC's been a roller coaster, but in a good direction. Jared, you said AMD. I thought you said AMC. Someone said AMC. I'll do AMD next. I promise. You know, I love AMD. I'll do AMD next, Jared, just for you. But look, this is one. You need news to move this one. You need news. It's a momentum play, so it means you need volume. And if you don't have volume, you won't have the movement that you desire. And so you need to definitely keep that in mind if you're trading this stock, or swaying this stock, or longing this stock, or waiting for a short squeeze on this stock, whatever your thoughts are, whatever you want to play on this one. If you look here, just based off our basic Fibonacci levels, $38.43 is your natural resistance level that it's hitting, which is ironically parallel to the 9 EMA. Once you break that, you fight the 50 MA, then the 20 MA, and then you have momentum to move upward. But you need volume. It's a momentum play for a reason. It requires volume in order to be able to move it. So once volume comes in, you'll be able to move it. Sorry, let me just clean this lens. There we go. All right, so that's AMC. Next, AMD. AMD is one that I've been adding long-term. I've been adding heavily into my long-term holdings over the past 2 weeks. And I'm happy with it. I've been adding around the low hundreds. Didn't get it under 100. I really wish I'd caught this one, just even if it was just a few shares just for fun. But I'm very, very, very confident in this stock long-term because of our chip shortage. This will be able to do its thing. No one cares anymore. He said no. Hey man, I thought someone asked for AMC. That's why I did it. Sorry, 1 second. All right. So this is looking very, very, very interesting to me. But again, this will not have its massive pop up until all of the market catalysts, negative catalysts are gone, which includes CPI data, which includes a lot of things. Yeah, Mike, you see, I'm dealing with a tough crowd, man. I'm dealing with a tough crowd. You guys usually have there treat me tonight, Mike. But very, very, very interesting stuff. Day Trade Professor's here, one of my favorite people on Instagram. He's got a fantastic show. Make sure to follow him on Instagram, Day Trade Professor. Oil is where it's at, where it is, Ryan. RMO has been printing. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I tweeted this out earlier yesterday as well, that ZOM might be retesting its high or highs, and it did today. Went to 63.11, but then surrendered a lot of its gains, as you see here. Really, in the pre-market, did a lot of magic, then really flopped. But we can really take a look. Let's take a look at MRO. I have not looked at Marathon Oil. I look at Marathon Digital, but I've never looked at Marathon Oil. But let's take a look at their daily chart. Wow, Marathon has been printing. Marathon Oil. It's funny. Every time I hear Marathon, I automatically go to Marathon Digital Holdings rather than Marathon Oil. But wow, Marathon Oil has been doing fantastic. A move from $11 to $16. Fantastic move. Really riding that top Bollinger Band with base support at your 9 EMA. Fantastic. Really, really fantastic. You did have a bit of a red day consolidation today, but it looks like in the after hours it's picking up. It's really akin to moving with the oil prices, this one here. Benzinga. Benzinga always makes me think of the word Benzinga, which was the Sheldon's favorite word from Big Bang Theory. Me too, dude. Benzinga. So it really makes me think of that one too. Oh, Bazinga. Yeah, I remember now. Bazinga. It makes me think of that too. I've been trading RMO since it was $6. Congratulations, Day Trade Professor. What a call. Folks, make sure you're following Day Trade Professor on Instagram if you haven't already. He's a fantastic account. All right. Hi, Crypto Head. Thank you so much for subscribing. By the way, if you're just showing up here, I have a brand new video on CPI coming out very, very soon. I believe within the half an hour. Very, very soon. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. I will be telling you exactly what my predictions are for CPI this month. I'll be telling you exactly what my plan is to deal with this CPI and how to make money. My CPI predictions have come out correctly for the past, I believe, 2 or 3 CPIs have come out exactly spot on. And my team have been able to make a lot of money doing this and being able to prepare ourselves for CPI. So I will tell you that this video should hopefully help you as well. So please take advantage of it. Go to ryanstocks.com, hit that first tile, subscribe. You'll get access to not just that, you'll get access to a bunch of free videos that I put out on the YouTube channel to be able to help you out as traders. So give me another stock. Hold on, let me pull another stock from the tweet. Give me 1 second to find that stock tweet. Where is it? Where did it go? Where are you? Where are you? There you go. All right, let's scroll. We did that one. Okay, we did AMD. We did AMC. You see, people are asking for AMD and AMC. Someone got, I don't know, someone's like, no, don't do AMC, do AMD. I'm like, all right, but they asked me for it, so I got to do it. What do you want me to do? Okay, SHIB. People are asking for SHIB. Should we do SHIB? Let's do SHIB. Easy, Mike. Thank you so much. Let's do SHIB. SHIB is a hard one to chart. I'll tell you that right off the bat. It's not an easy stock to chart. It's not a stock. It's a token. It's not a coin. It's a token. It's not easy to chart. It's not easy to chart by any means because take a look at the daily chart. This is what the daily chart looks like. I do like SHIB long term. It's a very, very interesting project. I would definitely suggest you doing due diligence on it before purchasing any SHIB. So please do due diligence before you purchase it. See if it makes sense to you. See if the stock and the position and the play makes sense before adding it. So SHIB, again, surrendered a lot of gains on the 7th, regained a lot of them on the 8th, surrendered a bit on the 9th, gain. It's moving. It's a momentum token. But it's with news and any news or any addition to other crypto exchanges. That's where SHIB really makes its massive moves, right? That's where SHIB really has big spikes upward, or where it's like, hey, we just got added to another crypto exchange. I'll be giving my thoughts on SHIB, going to Robinhood shortly. I have to do more research. I put out a tweet on it essentially stating that, hey, I think that Robinhood can't add SHIB yet because SHIB is geofenced in a lot of states. A lot of states will not allow you to purchase SHIB. And due to that reason, Robinhood might not have the technology to be able to implement geofencing like Webull does. Webull has the ability to say, hey, you're in New York. No, you cannot buy SHIB. You're in Texas. Cool. Buy as much SHIB as you like. So I think that's the reason why Robinhood hasn't implemented it. But I think they really need to figure that out, or figure out how to de-geofence SHIB, or spend some money figuring out how to de-geofence SHIB, even if they need to reach out to the to the SHIB team and the SHIB developers, because 6% of their earnings comes through Doge. So imagine SHIB gets added, this new hot alt token that everyone loves. It could do wonders for the hood stock. So someone was asking me to take a look at BNGO, Bio Nanogenomics, which is a company that I really liked earlier this year. I swung traded it, but I sold out of my position because I made a hard, fast rule for myself not to trade bios anymore, and I'm sort of glad I sold that. But again, it said, I believe that's O0. I'll just call you O0. Is saying that, hey, they have earnings. Earnings is today. They had earnings today. Let's go to Benzinga Pro for BNGO. I don't think there was any earnings today. No earnings today. Let's look at the calendar. No, their next earnings is in November. So you got some time. No earnings yet. Phew, take a breather because earnings can get ugly for this stock. As you can see here, last earnings, the stock was trading around $6. Now it's down to $5. Richard, shout out to you, my friend. By the way, if you'd like to get the Benzinga Pro tool, you can at ryanstocks.com. You get 2-week free trial by clicking on the Benzinga Pro tile that I have here. Signing up, you get 2 weeks for free. And then if you want to keep it forever, you can use promo code RyanR and get 30% off for life. It's the only promo code that will do this for life. So keep that in mind. All right, folks, if you're going to ask me a question, if you want me to do a stock, I'll be more than happy to do it, more than happy to do anything, but please one at a time. Don't give me a laundry list of them. It makes it very hard for me to decipher them. Jared Morris is asking about one of my favorite tokens, one of my favorite coins, Cardano. So let's go to Cardano. Cardano's struggling. Cardano isn't moving the way that it needs to move, that Bitcoin's moving, right? Cardano in the past would move very well with Bitcoin, but if you look, Cardano had its massive move, very parallel to its big brother Ethereum. It really exceeds. I'm going to delete these fib levels that I drew earlier. It really did what its big brother Ethereum did. It was a massive, massive run to 3.1, and then kind of it's consolidating down here. I'm confident in the future of Cardano. I've done enough research to say that I'm confident in the future of Cardano. That's why I like it. I did make a next purchase of Cardano around here. My second big ad was around $2, which I'm still very happy with. But I would say that Cardano is one that has a lot of potential upward movement. It just had its movement, its parabolic move much earlier than Bitcoin is, which is really having it now. So that's what I'm just moving there with that one. Hut 8 made a much smaller move today compared to Mara and Riot. Can we look at Hut? We did, Yoshi. By the way, I love your profile picture, Yoshi. I asked you last time to DM me what that profile picture was. You didn't DM me. DM me on Twitter. I really like that profile picture. Please DM me what that is. I'm really interested to see what that is. I'll do you a favor. I'll make you a deal. I'll go over it if you DM me the photo. I'll start going over it and you DM me what that photo is. I really like it. I don't know what it is. It looks really cool. I like the artwork and the color, background color on it. The reason Hut surrendered a lot of its gains when it hit the $11.22 area. Did shorts come in? Did ABC come in? I don't know. I don't like to do speculations like that. That's not who I am. That's not the kind of trader that I am. I'd like to think that the biggest thing that's really holding Hut back is, if you recall, during their last offering, which I capitalized on by purchasing a ton of shares, sold puts, bought a ton of shares, got assigned on all of them, got a massive Hut 8 position. They said that there's an option for a secondary offering to the same person if they'd like to within 30 days. So I think that a lot of traders are being very, very, very cautious with Hut 8 because you can trigger that secondary offering that they have, right? That's probably the wrong word for it, but the option for that offering is on the table. So I think that's why Hut 8 really, really isn't kind of capitalizing on the option to be able to kind of jump in and make that massive move upward. I think once that's opened and taken care of, it can be really fixed. By the way, folks, if you'd like to, I do have a Patreon service where it's a private Discord. If you'd like to sign up, I go over all of this. We have a ton of educational material, daily watch list for stocks, options, penny stocks, long-term stocks, all there. Small supportive Patreon Discord is there. It's a Discord, private Discord. I'm in there all the time answering any questions you may have. I believe there's 2 slots left for the month of October. And then we will be raising prices. This will be the last time we'll be having these low pricings. I've been keeping it low, but I think with CPI and inflation, it's time to raise prices just because we've been adding so many more tools and so many more offers and content for our Patreon members. I'm going to be forced to increase pricing. So take advantage of this while it's here. The link is there. Very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. Most people make their money back within their first trade. So if you'd like to sign up, you can join at patreon.com/trading together or go to ryanstocks.com, link in the description, and click this tile and join. Learn how to become a self-sufficient trader. You'll no longer have to depend on Twitter. Going to Twitter for stock picks or options picks is the death of traders. I've seen traders get decimated based off that. That's why I stopped doing that and going to Twitter to post my stuff, because I needed to put it somewhere where people can ask me questions. I can deal with them. I can help them. I can help them learn. That's why I made this. CEI, Camber Energy. Camber Energy is a big momentum play. I'm going to call it that to be politically correct, kind of not politically correct, to be political. Big play. That the goalpost on the price target keep getting moved. We're going to $2, we're going to $3, we're going to $4, we're going to $5. Never made it to 5. Unfortunately, a short report came out. It got hit, and then it started recovering, and then slowly fighting. This, compared to most other plays that have kind of been momentum plays in this area, that have been pushed up by volume and social media activity, has recovered fairly well. Because I believe it came down to 90 cents at a certain point. Yes, came down to a low of 85, essentially 86 cents. It's recovered fairly well. What do I think of it? I personally do. with these kind of stocks, they're day trades, right? They're really the day trader stocks. You need to look for when volume's coming in intraday. So let's go to the 15-minute chart. If you look here, clearly the sellers were in control today. So this was not a good day for CEI. Again, not a good day for CEI on Friday. On Thursday, very good day for CEI. You come in, you get the nice little bounce off VWAP. You could have traded it, day traded this all the way up to 188. Sold your position or even held it till close and then close your position. This is really has become a scalper / day trader stock. It's not a long-term hold, in my opinion, fundamentally. The little bit that I've learned about it and research on it, it's not a long-term hold for me. Personally, I'd be very weary of this one. Please be very, very careful. J-Bake is saying it, money has been made, move on. There's so many other plays out there that can help you make money. Don't stick to one. As we've seen momentum plays that have come in and left, they might not last forever. So we can also take a look at wish.com, another momentum play. Unfortunately, after earnings came out, never recovered. So I don't know if CEI is doing earnings or how they're operating. But again, I'm not saying it's a bad stock. I'm not saying it's a bad company. I don't know enough about them to comment and give my definite stamp of approval or disapproval. But personally, momentum plays require volume. If volume is there, mazel tov. Let's do it. If volume's not there, we walk away and we go to the next place. If you're a momentum trader, you need volume. You can't stick around and wait for the volume to hopefully come one day because traders move on. Momentum traders move on to the next momentum play. Eric is bringing up another momentum play, FAMI. FAMI is a very interesting stock. FAMI operates, I believe, if I remember correctly, they're in the pharmaceutical space for they do the mushrooms, the edible mushrooms. Edible mushrooms, mainly shiitake and muru mushrooms, trading on. Okay, they're a mushroom company. Shrooms. I don't think they're in the. I think they're mainly in the food shrooms rather than the medicinal shrooms, if I remember correctly. But Eric, please correct me. If you're trading the stock, you probably know this better than I do. I don't trade FAMI. This is another momentum play as well. Volume is not really there, but this one's holding its own in the 33s, 30 areas. So that's very, very good for FAMI. But if you look here, like RSI is going down, you're really trading sideways. You broke the 90 EMA support here today. You lost it. So you need to, I wouldn't add this stock until it establishes support on the 50 MA. 50 MA is key. So establish support on the 50 MA. I like what it did here. It gapped down, but then it was a gap fill play. Played out very, very well for a lot of traders who traded this. Now it's kind of stagnating and coming down. I think this could come down to the mid 20s and then make its next ascent upward. But again, this is a Chinese stock, if I remember correctly reading this description. Yep, Chinese stock. So it's affected by China. It's a small cap, very small cap stock. If you look here, their market cap is under 100 million. Very small cap stock. Be very, very, very careful with trading these stocks. They can get very dangerous and they can get painful if things get ugly. So definitely keep that in mind. Look, I'm not meant to discourage you. I have always promised the viewers of this show one thing. That was my honesty, that I would come and give you my honest opinion on everything, honest and unbiased. So do me a favor and hit the like button. I like the people that the folks that hit the dislike button. I'm really curious as to why they do that, but I thank you to them for coming and watching. VestG, is that Voyager? That's Voyager. Okay. I don't think this is the Voyager, the crypto. Okay, so the BioStock Voyager. Okay, so BioStock Voyager, shout out to Papa Bull. He knows what's up. He or she or they know what's up. Voyager is funny because there's also a Voyager that's a crypto trading stock in the OTC, but I believe you're asking for the pharmaceutical one. I don't know anything about them, but I know that they broke above the Bollinger Band, so it resulted in a red day, but it didn't come crashing down as I would imagine it would to the 90 MA. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. This thing needs to establish a base. It's got a massive gap here that could end up filling. I don't know why it went up, so I can't really comment on this one. It's very, very hard for me to talk about this stock because I don't know anything about it. All right, let's do a few more. I want to go to the tweet in honor and fairness to them. Someone was asking for Pfizer, PFE. Let's discuss PFE, Pfizer. Is there any juice left in this thing, or has it finally come home? All right, Pfizer's coming home. In the Patreon, we traded this from the low 40s all the way to 52 on calls multiple times. We cycled the hell out of this one. Like it printed. Then we played puts and it printed. I haven't touched it recently because it's really been trading sideways. If you look here, If we kind of zoom in closer, stocks that trade sideways are death to options. So you want to be very, very careful. Market goes back up. Joel, market will go back up if CPI turns out good. And then I think even if CPI turns out bad, it will turn out good. I'll be doing a video on CPI and the overall market on my YouTube channel. It will be up very, very soon. Make sure you go to ryanstocks.com, subscribe to my channel, support. I'll be doing stuff like this on there as well. Support the channel, support people who are out here, support giving back to the community. Life is a give and take, right? If people are giving you their time and help, give back. We're not asking for much. We're asking for you to hit the like button. We're asking you to subscribe. We're asking you to do very basic things. It's pretty straightforward, and we can have some fun today. Pfizer needs another COVID. Oh man, Papa, don't say it. I can't. I almost got in trouble reading what you posted. I would have gotten in a lot of trouble reading that. Because the YouTube algorithm doesn't like that verbiage. Ericsson, Sony Ericsson. I don't know if Ericsson and Sony Ericsson are the same company. But we can. I don't think these guys are the same company. No, they are. I think they are. But let's see. Ericsson's a low volume stock. Interesting. That's why it has these gaps up. 50 MA support. Decent move today. But you are hitting resistance. You're hitting parallel resistance to where you were in the past. Take a look at this. This candle, this candle, this candle. Getting over 12 is your key point for this one. Let me see. Kuma Inu chart. Are you asking for SHIB? I don't think Kuma Inu is going to come up here. I know Kuma. I think Kuma means dog, but I don't have the Kuma Inu. You're referring to SHIB. If you're referring to SHIB, we already did SHIB. CLNE. CLNE. Clean energy fuel. This is an interesting one too. Nice movement. It's doing its thing. It's having its fun and making its moves. Personally, that's not a very strong candle there. And this one really operates on oil and gas. So watch ZOM, and if how ZOM moves, this is how it moves. Treat ZOM like your Bitcoin and these are like the Bitcoin miners. Treat it like that. Can you give your opinion on puts for RCL? Let's take a look at RCL first. Royal Caribbean Group. Yeah, this looks good for puts. Just because the travel industry is just getting decimated right now with everything going on with the Rona. Not because of Rona directly, but because of mandates with Rona. So Royal Caribbean. If it breaks this low of 86.50, I'd play like $85 puts. Well, let's take a look at the OI. So I wouldn't play weeklies. Weeklies are foolish. Not enough open interest there. Not enough open interest. Not enough open interest. See, you need to take a look at your open interest. If open interest is low, don't touch it. So I'd play like $85 puts. But those are expensive for most retail traders. So I'd probably go with the $60 puts if you want to just swing them, or maybe even the $70 puts. But I don't like going that far out the money. So really, I'd stay with the $80 or $85 puts. Buy less of them. That's what I would do if you break that 86.50. But again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I would do. You do whatever's best for you, Nocturnal Sky. Looking for a buy target. Which stock? CLNE. I'd look in the 8s, the low 8s, low to sub 8s. I do have to wind down soon, so keep that in mind. So let's go. New here. Do you review OTC? I can definitely look at a chart for you. No problem. I'll take a look at a chart if I can understand it. More than happy to. My man Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. Appreciate you. Jeff is a fantastic supporter of the YouTube channel, fantastic supporter of the Patreon, fantastic trader. It's been an honor working with Jeff. So shout out to Jeff. He always shows up, always supports. Thank you so much, Jeff. Tea time. Tea time. Do you mean like AT&T? I'm gonna assume you mean AT&T. No. Definitely no. Definitely no. Oh no, you know that thing from TikTok with oh no, oh no. That thing, that's how I feel right now with AT&T. This is a value trap. If you guys have heard of value traps are value stocks that pay good dividends or decent dividends that kind of start to die off. And if you look, AT&T's just been on a massive decline. I'm very happy I sold out of my position early in the year. This is one of the dividend stock that I liked, but I sold out early in the beginning of the year. Not for me, man. Not for me. The dividend yield is nice, but the price is, you're losing value. You're losing momentum here with AT&T, which it shouldn't. But it makes sense. How many the big Goliaths right now are T-Mobile and Verizon? So, and yeah, Joel saying T has got way too much debt. They're gonna have to lower that dividend. Yeah, they're lowering the dividend. I think they lowered it again. I don't remember. I can't confidently say that, but that's why I would stay away from it. I was about this a couple weeks ago, but had the wrong ticker. Stanley, Black, and Decker. Stanley says Black and Decker. Let's take a look. Those are good plays for infrastructure. SWK. Yeah, this has been in a massive decline. But if you look here, it really ran up into the. If you remember the beginning of the year, the administration was like, "We're going to pass the infrastructure bill within the first month of our on the job." So everything ran. But then, as people saw the infrastructure bill getting pushed down the pike more and more, these kind of plays really died out. Very parallel to that, I'll come back to SWK. I promise. Is CAT, which is Caterpillar. Look at this, very similar movement, right? Run up into the year and then sell off. But SWK. Yeah, I wouldn't trade options on this because you don't know when that thing's going to pass. I would trade commons on this one personally. So that's how I would really trade this one. Is I would do commons. So I would be very very careful and trade commons. Eric says my buddy's a salesman for SWK. So Eric, reach out to that guy and tell him how SWK is doing because I don't want to hear about it. I don't want insider information. Besides the chart, do you have an opinion on BBIG? Fundamentally speaking, I don't know anything about BBIG. Fundamentally speaking. I know it's a momentum play. I know it requires volume, but fundamentally, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done enough research to be able to tell you anything about BBIG. All right, folks, I want to ask you humbly to smash that like button. We're at 81 likes. There's about 189 of you in here. All you got to do is tickle that like button. Let's get this to 100 likes. Come on, 19 of you. Help me out. Hit that like button. Let's party. So, also, if you'd like to, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got a big CPI video coming out in a matter of minutes now. Subscribe. I will be going over the CPI, what I think CPI will be, how CPI will be reacting within the S&P 500, and how I will be planning my trades around CPI. So that will be in the YouTube channel. So if you'd like to subscribe, go to ryanstocks.com, hit the first tile. This is information that you'll see people scrambling, looking for when the CPI data comes out. I'm bringing it to you much, much earlier so you can begin preparing. I was able to prepare my team, and I want to prepare you too. So if you'd like to take advantage of this free resource that's my YouTube channel, take advantage of it. And also, smash the like, damn it. Smash the like, damn it. So yeah, we got 11 more to go, and we will be getting to 100 likes. Do me a solid. Let's get there. Also, follow me on Twitter if you haven't. I do have a cool video. If you guys are planning on buying the iPhone 13, which I know it's harder to find, I did a cool video on my YouTube channel teaching you how to get $300 off without a trade-in. That's what I did. Look, there's the iPhone 13. You see how much bigger the camera is. I did a video on I got mine for 300 off. So that'll be available on the YouTube channel as well. If you'd like to join the Patreon, want to become finally a self-sufficient trader, learn how to trade, learn how to do the technical analysis that I'm doing here, invest in yourself. We spend so much money on coffee, Netflix, Hulu, Hunger Games, Squid Games, whatever. Invest in yourself a little bit. Sign up for the Patreon, learn how to trade, join a supportive Discord and trading team that will help you become a better trader and hopefully make some money together. So sign up. There's a few slots available for October. Take advantage of this. These opportunities will not be around. Prices will be going up once the slots close. They will be closed for October. I will not be adding more slots. I cannot handle more members. There's a few slots available. For you, it's a supportive trading team with a great admin team that bring printers. For example, I told you today we played SoFi calls, added them on Friday. They printed today. Here, take a look. If we added the November, not puts, calls, November puts went 115%, October 15 puts went 912%, October calls, excuse me, and October 29th calls, which I believe were the specific one, the $18 calls, went 287%. They went much higher because SoFi did dip, so they went around 300%. I can show you here on the chart, so you don't think I'm lying. Take a look at it on the 30-minute. If you see here, it went to $1.37 a pop. This is only at $1.30. So they went much higher than 300%. So that's an example of one play we did. I also traded commons on this one myself. I'm holding them, but we added them at $6.22 on Friday. And as you can see, they ran to $8.51 today. Simple swings. Making money should not be hard. Join a supportive trading team. It will help you make money and become a better trader. Shout out to all the people disliking. You guys suck. But we've got 7 more likes to 100. Let's get there. And those of you who are hitting the dislikes, I hope you have a nice red day tomorrow. Let's see. I'll do one more stock while we're waiting for this like path to get to 100. Let's do path. This is, again, That's just an example of people who, no matter, you could give them the world and they'll still never be grateful. They'll never be happy. So I'm not here to please them. I'm here to work with the people that are fantastic and so awesome, that watch these streams, that are part of the Zinger Nation, that subscribe to the Zinger YouTube channel, that are really part of this and are looking to become great traders, that are not looking for confirmation bias that, oh no, he said he doesn't like my stock, I'm going to hit the dislike button and write an angry review. It's time to grow up, folks. It's the stock market, not the playground. All right. As you can see, Pat's really making lower lows, not very good, not very great momentum and movement, and really has had a lot of resistance here at the 9 EMA. It's been really fighting the 9 EMA, and when it breaks above it, the 20 EMA does not let it pass. Path really needs some juice, some momentum upward. But again, this is also a Cathie Wood stock, so a lot of people go against what Cathie Wood plays. So I see why it can be coming down, but also they didn't do very good on earnings. So that's probably the other reason. All right, folks. That's it for me. I'm going to be signing off again one more time. You can join the Patreon, become a self-sufficient trader, learn how to trade. So you don't have to depend on people on Twitter that do pump and dumps on you. So you can learn how to become a self-sufficient trader. There you go. You sign up for the Patreon. Red days are good. If you're playing puts, you want a red day. So that wasn't me being mean. That was me being honest. YouTube channel, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram. We will get 2 free stocks. Sign up for Benzinga Pro. Get access to the massive tool set that they have here. It's a fantastic tool set. I do a video. I have a video on YouTube if you want to see. Just search Ryan Rozbiani Benzinga, and you'll see all my breakdown of it, and you can kind of get some nice little feedback on it. So, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you as always. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Shout out to Zinger Nation. Thank you for getting this video to 100 likes. Shout out to all the dislikes. I hope you have a red day. Bye-bye.